They sounded nice. We spoke to Declan as well, and he was very friendly. They came round and we had a chat, and that was it. We fell for them in a way because of the way they presented themselves, and their general manner. They were just seemed honest, sincere, and they were promising us not promising, but pretty much giving us the confidence to say that they had the confidence to sell the house at a good price, a better price than others, and quicker. And I thought, well, if they can do that, then it's job done for us. So we thought, we'll go with them and give them at least a go. We'll give them 2 or 3 weeks, which we thought was no time. And sure enough, in those 2 or 3 weeks, the job was done. So there we are. No complaints. I think their knowledge of selling was impressive. The experience they've got. Again, their presentation when they came round, they seemed to know what they're talking about. They seemed to know what they were going to tell us that they were going to say to the potential buyers who came visiting. They seemed to know that this is the language to speak to reassure people coming around to see the house. That was nice to know. We didn't have to tell them anything. They seemed to know automatically. So that impressed us. Yeah, I think the other agents didn't seem to be fully aware, and they were going to get random people to have a look around. With a lot of people having no intention of buying. With Martin Gerard, they seemed to, when the people came round, they seemed to be people that genuinely seemed to be looking for that particular type of house. Because I think they brought in, on the open day, which was, I think, was the day we had an interest. I think there was 5 or 6, and I think 2 or 3 were interested. One of them were one of the people that bought the house in the end. Incredible. They all seem to know each other quite well, and whenever I rang someone at a random office, they seem to know each other. So that gave me an impression that they were a good team. They work together, they know each other, they're friendly. It's like a bigger family in a way. That's the impression I got from them, and that's comforting. When you're trying to sell a house and you're getting strangers in your house, you want the reassurance that these people seem to be, I don't know, more sensitive to your, and understanding your particular sensitivity to selling a house, which can be quite traumatic sometimes. So you need that. It's almost like therapy if you've got a nice estate agent, and that's what they come across as. The company obviously employs the right kind of people for the job in hand, because they all seem to behave in a nice, polite, reassuring way. If I could say that. That's all quite important when you're having people showing you around the house. Martin Jarrett, I'd honestly say, were the best we've had so far. They were just efficient, but there was warmth to that efficiency. They weren't cold in any way. They were friendly and warm and efficient, and they seemed to say they'd do things, and they did them. Things that we thought that would never happen well as we expected happened better than we expected. That's what we liked about them. So they eased our burden 100%, because we could get on with other things as they were getting on with selling the house, and we knew they were doing that. And sure enough, it's not nonsense, because they came up with the goods. It happened, within a week. So yeah, how can you fault that? No, I've not been paid to do this. It was purely what you asked, and after we'd sold the house. I went round. All I did was go round, drop the keys off, and thank them. But we thought, is that all? With other people, with the removal companies, or you give them a tip, you buy them flowers, or you give them beers, or whatever it is, a bottle of champagne. And we were thinking, can we do that for them? Because there were so many of the guys involved, Just a thank you wasn't enough. So when you suggested that I do a little testimonial, I thought, yeah, that's good enough. I think that's quite nice. I hope they'll like that and appreciate it. It's only 20 minutes. It's nice to have a chat. And I hope that that's going to be something that'll help the company in some way and the reputation. That's all. Anyone was to ask me that they were wanting to sell their house, I wouldn't say anyone else. I'd just say, Martin Jarrett, go to them. See what happens. Give them a couple of weeks, and they'll probably deliver the goods for you in that time. They'll never believe me, of course, as well, because we all think that, don't we? But about estate agents, and I'll say, well, try them, see what happens. And so that's what I do. I'd recommend them straight away. They'll be the first on top of my list. Yeah.